a chakra meditation. This extended meditation is intended for several purposes. To be using the power of our minds to serve our bodies, using the chakra points as a guide through the body, but at the same time to be drawing down the energy associated with that chakra point from a divine source, bringing it into our own bodies, also using it to empower the soul, and ultimately to be serving Mother Nature, the elements in which we live on a daily basis. So let's begin. Sit quietly. Pull your energy away from the world around you, away from the stories of your day, of your life, of yourself. Become aware of yourself as the thinking being behind the eyes. You could visualize yourself as a sparkling being of light. Center of the forehead, behind the eyes. And we start in this quiet place of what we call the soul, the being in the human body. And the being connects upwards. An invisible thread of thought energy connects me eternally to a divine source, a point of luminescence, brilliant, powerful, loving. And we're going to begin by working with the first chakra, the root chakra, the power chakra, which is the color red and connected to the element of the earth. So as soul to soul, I imagine the power from the divine source flowing down into me like a beam of light. God's power is so powerful. I feel it empowering me. It's not a power that moves mountains into the sea, but a power that melts a stone heart, a power that helps me bypass all obstacles, transforms negative to positive, and turns resistance into acceptance. Makes the impossible possible. Power of the divine source is like spiritual alchemy. I take this energy first into myself, the soul, and then I visualize the spiritual power spreading around my body. And as it does, it strengthens the skeletal muscular system, my spinal column all the way up the body, all the bones, and everything that is the stable structure or earth for this body. And just take a moment to experience divine energy of power spreading through your body, strengthening, and now I visualize this energy flowing out into the world, and especially into the earth element. The entire structure of the planet is filled with this pure power from the divine source. So the mantle, the core, the earth, the soil, the bedrock, the crust, everything that is the structure of the earth. Sending power to nourish and strengthen the earth element. And I hold this thought: like the earth, I, the soul, am powerful, stable, and enduring. I bring the color red into my mind. I take a breath in. Come back to the awareness of the soul. Connect once again to the divine energy, and this time we're moving up a chakra to the orange chakra, connected to the reproductive organs, the water system of the body, and to the element of water. So soul to soul first, I consider the purity of divine energy. Innocent, accepting, completely free from any negativity, only positive. Sees the sparkling qualities of every being, never sees weaknesses. Completely free from corruption, corrosion, pure, authentic, innocent, real, true. The energy of purity. And I draw this energy from the divine source into myself. This purity is filling the soul, and it's refreshing, completely refreshes the soul. With purity, my mind is clear. I become trusting, sincere, authentic. And now I take this quality into my body. In particular, a focus on the water systems inside my body, the cleansing and purifying aspects of the organs and systems in my body, including purifying the reproductive system. In the human body, this is where creation occurs, the creation of another life. And this energy of purity is just washing through my system, purifying everything inside the body. Soul experiences purity, and with that energy, spreading it around the body, so the body experiences this pure energy, and now this energy flows out into the world, to purify the water element. Imagine all of the water that flows over this planet being cleansed and purified. Just as people go to the Ganges, considering it sacred, they use water for baptisms and blessings. All of the oceans, like the cradle of humanity. I take this energy of purity and I purify the water element of nature. And as I do so, I hold the thought, like water, I am flowing, cleansing, pure. And with a breath in and out, I return to the awareness of soul. And we move up a chakra to the yellow chakra associated with bliss, but also fire, the digestive tract. I turn my awareness upwards to the divine source and I consider supreme bliss, God's completely unchanging nature, constant inner smile, bliss beyond the sense organs bliss, spiritual bliss of the divine energy. And I take this quality into myself. In fact, I just awaken my innate bliss, maybe buried under other things, but always there. And I feel myself smiling, subtle internal smile. And now I awaken the yellow chakra in my body by moving this energy into my body, and it would just strengthen the digestive system. And it requires heat for digestion. And we understand that the greatest nourishment of all is happiness. So I let the energy of bliss, of happiness, fire up the digestive process of my body that transforms the material food into usable energy for my body. So strengthening my digestive process, giving it energy. Happiness, the greatest nourishment. And I digest happiness in my body. And I visualize my digestive system working with such ease and joy and well-being because it's being nourished with bliss. And now I let this energy flow out to the elements to strengthen the fire element of the world. Fire of the sun that shines bright, that sustains with its light and its warmth. The sun has a power to transform through its life-giving energy. this energy of joy and bliss, sparkling like a bright light, transformative for the planet, feeding the fire element, yellow, the joy of the sun. And with a deep breath in and out, I come back to the soul. And we move up a chakra to the heart chakra, associated with love, the energy of love. The color green and the air element. I turn my awareness up again to the divine source. And I allow, I accept, I receive, I embrace God's love as it flows unconditionally at all times to every soul who is open to receiving it. And I experience pure love coming into the soul. No strings attached, just love. And I absorb divine love in my being. I feel my heart expand as I receive this love. And that brings my attention into my heart. I draw this energy of love into the body. It strengthens my entire heart area. Everything to do with pumping love through the body as I pump oxygen requires strength and power to do this. So I love my heart and I give it love. By receiving love, the soul is allowing the heart of this body to do its work. And the blood that fills the whole body is filled now with the energy of love. So love is flowing through the veins and arteries of this body. And then I send this energy of love out into the air element, where it is invisible. You cannot see love, but felt, just like the air. Its absence is noted. Or we just kind of carry on, assuming it's there, or thriving in its presence. And like air, I, the soul, am invisible and subtle, but my energy can be felt. So as I move the energy of love out into the air element, I can imagine that love is in the air, and it's going out on the air everywhere into the world. So as people breathe in, they breathe in love. And the air is being purified with this pure love. Because what the world needs now is love. As the air element moves around the planet, this love is carried with it. Invisible, but felt. And with a deep breath in and out, I note how my body feels, how relaxed and calm and nourished it feels, as do I, the soul. We move up one chakra to the throat chakra, color blue, the energy of peace. This is the element of ether. I turn my awareness upwards to the divine source once again, and I feel the peace of God, known as the ocean of peace. Living beyond time, the divine source is never disrupted by anything physical or metaphysical. Eternally aware, self-aware as a soul, and eternally secure, which is the foundation of peace. It's the energy that makes me secure, but it's the energy that comes from knowing I cannot be destroyed. I let these waves of peace wash over me, the soul, and that energy of peace makes me feel very stable, very secure in the awareness that I, like the divine source, am made of the same stuff. Spiritual energy cannot be destroyed. And as a being of spiritual energy, I cannot be destroyed. This creates a deep sense of security in me. And I let this quality be experienced in the throat, which is where the wind passes through the voice box and sounds are made. So the subtle ether is between, the space between things. This is where we say Om Shanti, where chants come from and mantras, all through the voice, through the throat chakra. This is where we're carried up to a higher level, and all places in the body where there is space between the molecules. This is what we consider the ether. It's actually the space between the physical and the non-physical. And like ether, I too am silent, I'm invisible, I am peaceful. I just visualize between the cells in my body, especially the throat area, where the invisible oxygen comes in, the air comes in and goes into my body, but then sound is made coming out. So it's the bridge between the physical and non-physical. I just feel the peace there, so that any words I speak, any sounds I make, come from a peaceful energy. And then I let this energy emanate out into the world, in all the spaces between. This is a quantum physics level. Most of the world, most of my body is made of the space in between the particles. Every time we go into a peaceful experience, we are filling all the space in the elements of our world with this energy. So let me imagine peace flowing in the spaces between everything in the material world. You can almost feel Mother Nature breathing a sigh as she releases into peace, in cooperation with your loving gesture to focus this peace in her direction. And with a deep breath in and out, I come back to the soul. And now we move to the third eye, which is actually another word we use for the soul. It's not the two eyes that see the physical world, but they're the third eye, the soul that says, I see. The soul of wisdom, the eye of wisdom, the eye of intelligence, the eye of understanding, which is the soul. And this is where my connection with God is. It's a connection of wisdom. The highest level of achievement of the soul is through this relationship with God. I turn my awareness upwards and I draw this deep wisdom from the ancient, eternal knowingness of God, the ocean of knowledge, who knows my story, knows everybody's story, knows the story of humanity, knows the story of our planet as it goes through its cycle of growth and decay and regeneration and growth again. I draw this wisdom into the soul, and as I send it into my body, I focus on the brain. The entire nervous system in my body, the neural system, and all the neural networks in my body, fired up by this higher intelligence, so that the brain, which is sort of like the intelligence of the body, and I, the soul, who sit right inside the brain, and I am the spiritual intelligence, the spiritual DNA that controls this physical DNA of the body, but through the brain. It's like my master control room is the brain. And the brain is the hardware, and I, the soul, the software. I take this wisdom and I just channel it into the brain so that all the nerve endings and all the neural networks in the body are just run smooth and clear and accurate, as fed by the energy of wisdom. And this wisdom now, as it goes out into the world, beyond the elements, now it touches other souls. And this wisdom from God through the third eye of me, the soul, that chakra, color of indigo in the forehead, that chakra there, the energy from there serves the intellects of all souls in the world, flowing freely, helping them to touch their own wisdom, to open their third eye, to see accurately and to see with wisdom and spiritual vision. And this chakra is so close to our final chakra that we have a deep breath in, and we combine now with the violet chakra at the crown of the head. These two, the third eye and the crown, work so closely together, and they say the soul leaves the body through the crown chakra, through the top of the head. So I'm drawing the energy. This is the energy of union, my union with the divine. This highest chakra, there is no duality. And the ultimate bliss of the soul, I just melt out of the body and into complete self-realization, complete soul consciousness, Every aspect of my physical being is transformed now to a body of white light. There's no separation between me and the pure spiritual energy of the divine. When I arrive at this chakra, beautiful healing energy heals all the divisions, the duality, the polarities in this world, serves the minds of all the souls in the world to help them heal the divisions, the separation that exists between extremes, pain and pleasure, happiness, sadness, anger, fear, hatred. Everything is just dissolved. And I have a whole experience where I am together, I the soul, in a body of light, Mother Nature, light and lovely around me. And at this stage I can go higher still to become an angelic presence on the planet, where all the colors merge into white. I transcend all thought. I am complete. I am in the closest union with the divine. I am whole.
Practice this. Make your mind and intellect be stabilized in the awareness of being in the soul world. Can you do that? Take yourself to the soul world and allow your mind and intellect to be stabilized there. Now, stabilize yourself in the stage of an angel. Now, I, the Brahmin, am Master Almighty Authority. So stabilize yourself in the stage of Master Almighty Authority Brahmin.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fear relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the